me.
Hey, groovy people, welcome back to The Famous File. Today, we're throwing it back to that 70s show, the sitcom that gave us laughs, unforgettable characters, and some of Hollywood's biggest stars. From their childhoods to skyrocketing fame, the show's success, scandals, and where they are in 2024. We're covering it all. Let's take a look at where Eric, Donna, Hyde, Kelso, Jackie, and Fez are now, and how life has changed for the cast since their That 70s Show days. Eric Foreman, Topher Grace. Let's start with everyone's favorite dorky, sarcastic, and slightly neurotic teenager Eric Foreman, played by the talented Topher Grace. Eric was the backbone of That 70s Show, even if he was often the butt of the jokes in his own basement. But what about the man behind the character? Topher Grace was born on July 12, 1978 in New York City and grew up in Darien, Connecticut. Unlike many of his fellow That 70s Show castmates, Topher didn't grow up in showbiz. In fact, he was discovered in the most random way, while performing in a high school play. One of the show's creators saw him and thought, "This guy's perfect for Eric." At just 20 years old, Topher nabbed the role of Eric Foreman, the sarcastic and lovable teen at the heart of That 70s Show. The series, which aired from 1998 to 2006, became a cultural phenomenon. Fans loved Eric's wit, awkward charm, and complicated romance with Donna, not to mention his hilarious interactions with Red, his no-nonsense dad. But while Topher became a household name thanks to the show, he was also eager to expand beyond Eric Foreman. He made a move into films, landing prominent roles in several big titles. He starred in the crime drama Traffic, 2000, the dramatic Mona Lisa Smile, 2003, and several romantic comedies like Win a Date with Tad Hamilton, 2004.
At this time, we would like to begin boarding our first-class passengers.
That's you!
Guys.
And In Good Company, 2004.
What was I saying about
An
an agenda? I have an agenda.
In 2010, he took on a more action-oriented role in Predators, proving he could do more than just comedy. And who could forget his cameo in Valentine's Day, 2010, which was packed with big stars. Unfortunately, Spider-Man 3 in 2007 wasn't quite the breakout hit he'd hoped for. His portrayal of Venom received mixed reviews. But hey, every actor has their missteps, right? While Topher Grace's career has mostly been drama-free, there's one recent situation that's caught some attention. In 2021, he faced a bit of controversy after a comment he made during an interview sparked online backlash. He joked about how That 70s Show castmates, especially Ashton Kutcher, influenced him in ways he didn't realize, mainly about his dating life, claiming that he would have been way more successful with women if he had taken advice from his co-stars. Some fans took this as a slight toward his That 70s Show castmates, which led to a flurry of online discussion. After That 70s Show, Topher had a few high-profile relationships. He famously dated his co-star, Mila Kunis, who played Jackie Burkhart. Their relationship started during the show's run, and though they kept things pretty private, they were definitely the talk of the town. Unfortunately, the two eventually went their separate ways in 2001. After Mila, Topher had a couple of other relationships, including a brief engagement to actress Christina Ricci in the early 2000s. But in 2016, he found lasting love with actress Ashley Hinshaw. The two got married that same year and have since become parents to 3 kids. Topher and Ashley seem to have a solid, down-to-earth family life, and while they keep their personal lives private, it's clear Topher's priority is now his family and his career, with less drama and more stability. Stephen Hyde, Danny Masterson. Next up, let's talk about the bad boy of the That 70s Show gang, Stephen Hyde, played by none other than Danny Masterson. Hyde was the sarcastic, rebellious friend who always had a witty comeback and a killer stash of rock albums. But behind that tough guy persona, Danny Masterson's real-life journey was filled with some major highs and some very serious lows. Danny Masterson was born in 1976 in Albuquerque, New Mexico, and grew up in a showbiz family. His mother was a manager, and his brother, Christopher Masterson, was also an actor. You might remember him from Malcolm in the Middle. So it wasn't exactly a surprise when Danny got his start in show business at a young age, modeling and appearing in commercials. By the time he was a teenager, Danny was already making a name for himself on TV. He landed roles in shows like The Wonder Years and Roseanne.
Oh, I'm not running away. Moving into her house was just an idea. We didn't think it would hurt to ask.
So,
But his big break came in 1998 when he was cast as Stephen Hyde on that 70s show. But after the show ended in 2006, Danny's life started to take some very different turns. In the years that followed, Danny faced a string of legal troubles that would overshadow much of his career. In 2017, things took a tragic turn for Danny when he was accused of sexual assault by multiple women. In 2020, Masterson was charged with forcibly raping 3 women in separate incidents between 2001 and 2003. The trial began in October 2022, and all 3 accusers took the stand to detail their harrowing stories, painting a picture of alleged violence and manipulation.
Testimony full of tears, the first accuser who claims actor Danny Masterson raped her takes the
The Church of Scientology, of which Masterson has been a member for years, became a central figure in the case, with accusations of intimidation and harassment emerging from the accusers.
Now, prosecutors have said Masterson used his prominence in the Church of Scientology to skirt any consequences for the...
Throughout the proceedings, Masterson pleaded not guilty to all charges, maintaining his innocence. However, the evidence was overwhelming. On May 31, 2023, a verdict was reached, and Masterson was found guilty of 2 counts of rape. Masterson was sentenced to 30 years to life in state prison in September 2023.
Danny Masterson is now at a state prison months after he was convicted of rape. He was admitted.
Since the allegations came to light, Masterson's career in the entertainment industry has been dramatically affected. Netflix fired him from the series The Ranch, and United Talent Agencies cut ties with him after representing him for 20 years. The fallout was widespread, with public backlash and outrage that his career could continue unimpeded for so long, while these serious accusations lingered. Danny Masterson's conviction and sentencing mark a tragic end to what was once a promising Hollywood career. The allegations and subsequent trial have left a lasting impact on the industry and raised tough questions about accountability and the power dynamics at play. What's your take on Masterson's case and the role of the Church of Scientology in all of this? Let us know in the comments below. Donna Pinchotti, Laura Prepon. Let's talk about the red-haired powerhouse of the gang, Donna Pinchotti, played by the ever-charming Laura Prepon. Donna was the girl next door with a sarcastic edge and a whole lot of heart. Basically, the perfect balance to Eric Foreman's awkward charm. Laura Prepon was born on March 7, 1980 in Watchung, New Jersey. She grew up as the youngest of 5 siblings in a close-knit family. Fun fact, Laura didn't always have her sights set on Hollywood. Early on, she dabbled in ballet, theater, and even ice skating before falling in love with acting during her teenage years. She got her start in modeling, which took her all over the world, but acting was her true calling. Laura trained at the Total Theater Lab in New York City, and at just 18 years old, she landed her breakout role as Donna on that 70s show. Donna Pinchotti was a feminist icon for the teen crowd, independent, witty, and always standing her ground. After that 70s show ended in 2006, Laura didn't slow down. She took on a mix of roles, appearing in shows like How I Met Your Mother.
I'm so excited you're here.
I'm so excited to go to Paris.
I'm so excited to have sex again.
And indie films like The Kitchen. But her next big moment came in 2013 when she starred as Alex Vause in Netflix's groundbreaking series Orange is the New Black.
Yes, I got that.
What the fuck? True or false? Idea.
Her success on OITNB proved Laura wasn't just a one-hit wonder. She became a best-selling author too, with her wellness books The Stash Plan and You and I as Mothers, diving into nutrition, motherhood, and self-care. However, Laura Prepon's career hasn't been without its controversies. Fans were surprised to learn that she once practiced Scientology, and her speculated connection to Danny Masterson's rape allegations has also drawn attention. As we've previously discussed, the Church of Scientology played a significant role in Masterson's case, with the 3 women who accused him alleging that the church attempted to silence them. So, where does Prepon fit into all this? A former Scientologist, Laura dated Danny Masterson's brother, Christopher, for 8 years. Even after their breakup, she and Danny remained friends, having worked together for years on that 70s show. Despite the serious nature of the allegations, Prepon has never publicly addressed Masterson's legal troubles or the accusations against him. Her silence on the matter has fueled speculation, particularly after she left Scientology in 2021. Recently, Laura also made headlines for her split from her husband. Laura Prepon's love life has been a topic of interest for fans over the years, and her relationship with actor Ben Foster seemed like a Hollywood fairy tale until it wasn't. The couple, who tied the knot in 2018, shocked many when news broke in 2024 that they were divorcing after 6 years of marriage. Foster, known for his role in X-Men: The Last Stand, filed for divorce in Tennessee, where the couple had been living with their 2 children for the past 2 years. According to court documents, the split was attributed to irreconcilable differences, with Foster stating that he and Prepon could no longer live together successfully as husband and wife. Despite the personal challenges, Laura has remained focused on her family and career, and we're sure this new chapter will bring exciting things her way. Jackie Burkhart, Mila Kunis. Next up, we're diving into the life of Mila Kunis, aka Jackie. From her first appearance in that fabulous pink sweater to her roller coaster relationships with Kelso and Fez, Jackie was an unforgettable character. But before she was stealing scenes on that 70s show, Mila's path to fame was a little unconventional. Mila was born in 1983 in Chernivtsi, Ukraine, when it was still part of the Soviet Union. She and her family moved to the US when she was just 7 years old, settling in Los Angeles. Fun fact, Mila didn't speak a word of English when she arrived, but she picked it up fast. And here's the kicker. She didn't even have an agent when she landed her role as Jackie. In fact, Mila was just 14 when she auditioned for that 70s show and lied about her age, telling the producers she was 18. I mean, that's a classic Jackie move, right? Now, Mila's portrayal of Jackie was a breakout role, but she wasn't exactly new to acting. Before that 70s show, she'd appeared in commercials and had small roles in series like Days of Our Lives. However, it wasn't until 1998, when she landed the role of Jackie in that 70s show, that Mila became a household name. Over the next 8 seasons, she went from a funny, spoiled teenager to a more mature but still hilarious young adult, all while navigating on-screen drama and romance. After that 70s show wrapped up in 2006, Mila quickly transitioned from sitcom star to Hollywood movie star. She starred in films like Forgetting Sarah Marshall, Black Swan.
I'm right. You put something in my drink. Yeah. And then you just took off in the morning.
Where she earned a Golden Globe nomination, and Ted, which skyrocketed her career.
Hey, Lynn, why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? Like, where are you from? I'm always fascinated to meet Ted's girlfriends.
By the 2010s, she was one of the biggest stars in Hollywood. Over the years, Mila's personal life has been just as eventful as Jackie's on-screen relationships. In 2015, she married actor Ashton Kutcher, her That 70s Show co-star who played the lovable Kelso. Of course, not everything has been smooth sailing for Mila. She's had her share of rumors and scandals, especially in the era of tabloid culture. As we all know, Mila has had her fair share of public attention. But in 2023, she and her husband, Ashton Kutcher, found themselves facing intense backlash over their involvement in the case of Danny Masterson, Mila's former That 70s Show co-star. In 2023, Danny Masterson was convicted of 2 counts of rape, and while he was facing sentencing, Mila and Ashton were accused of being complicit in showing support for Masterson. They had written letters to the judge in his defense, asking for leniency during sentencing. The couple, who were close friends with Masterson for years, described him as a good man in the letters, expressing their support for him as a friend and someone who had been there for them. Now, these letters didn't sit well with a lot of people, especially given the gravity of the charges against Masterson, which involved multiple victims. Critics felt that Mila and Ashton were prioritizing their friendship with Masterson over the voices of the victims, and the public backlash was swift and fierce. The couple was criticized heavily, and it wasn't long before they addressed the situation publicly. Both Ashton and Mila apologized for their actions. They admitted that they had made a mistake by writing the letters, stating they didn't fully understand the impact it would have on the victims and the public.
A couple months ago, Danny's family reached out to us and they asked us to write character letters to represent.
While Mila's been relatively low-key on the big screen lately, she has an exciting new project that's making waves in 2024. Mila has also been working on other ventures, including more philanthropic efforts and partnerships in the wellness industry. What do you think of Mila's recent comeback? Will this project help turn the page on her past controversies? Michael Kelso, Ashton Kutcher. Michael Kelso, played by the one and only Ashton Kutcher. Kelso was the lovable airhead of That 70s Show, and Ashton brought him to life with such charm that it's hard to believe he almost didn't make it as an actor. Ashton was born in 1978 in Cedar Rapids, Iowa, into a middle-class family. His dad was a factory worker, and his mom worked at Procter & Gamble. Growing up, Ashton faced some major challenges. His twin brother Michael was born with cerebral palsy and had a heart transplant as a kid, which deeply affected Ashton and gave him a unique perspective on life. Despite the hardships, Ashton was a natural-born jokester who loved making people laugh. After high school, Ashton briefly studied biochemical engineering at the University of Iowa. Yep, Kelso wanted to be a scientist. While at college, Ashton was discovered by a talent scout at a bar, which led him to win a modeling competition.
That guy from Iowa, it turns out, was current superstar Ashton Kutcher.
This launched a successful modeling career with gigs for Calvin Klein and runway appearances in Paris and Milan. Then came 1998, and the role that changed everything. Michael Kelso on That 70s Show. Ashton was cast as the lovable dimwit, and his comedic timing and charm made Kelso a fan favorite. During his time on the show, Ashton's career exploded. He starred in hit comedies like Dude, Where's My Car and Just Married, and became a staple of early 2000s Hollywood. Oh, and let's not forget his iconic MTV prank show, Punk'd, which made everyone in Hollywood scared to answer their phones.
Shaq, because he did that damn genie movie. What was that about? Shaq is a genie? You come out of...
But Ashton isn't just an actor. He's a tech mogul. This guy turned his Hollywood earnings into a Silicon Valley empire, investing in companies like Airbnb, Uber, and Spotify. In fact, Ashton was an early investor in some of the biggest tech giants today, earning him a reputation as one of the smartest celebrity investors in the business. Oh, and let's not forget Thorn, the nonprofit he co-founded to combat child exploitation online. Off-screen, Ashton's personal life was just as eventful. In 2005, he married actress Demi Moore, which turned a lot of heads due to their 16-year age gap. And for years, they were Hollywood's it couple. But things took a dark turn. In her memoir, Inside Out, Demi revealed struggles during their marriage, including moments when she felt pressured to meet Ashton's expectations. She even agreed to threesomes to prove how fun she could be, but it left her feeling ashamed. Their marriage ended in 2011, and the fallout was messy. Ashton moved on quickly, reconnecting with That 70s Show co-star Mila Kunis, and the on-screen lovebirds became real-life soulmates. The couple married in 2015 and now share 2 kids, Wyatt and Dimitri. In 2022, though, Ashton faced a deeply personal challenge. He revealed he had battled a rare autoimmune disease called vasculitis, which temporarily left him unable to see, hear, or walk. The news shocked fans, but Ashton's recovery showed his resilience. And despite this health scare, Ashton made a comeback in 2023 when he and Mila reprised their roles as Kelso and Jackie for That 90s Show. Recently, Ashton has faced some major controversies. Rumors began swirling about his connection to Sean Diddy Combs amid Diddy's legal troubles, including allegations of sex trafficking and racketeering. Ashton's past friendship with Diddy raised eyebrows, with fans speculating about his involvement in those wild Hollywood party scenes. Adding fuel to the fire, Ashton and Mila faced backlash for publicly supporting their former co-star Danny Masterson, convicted of sexual assault. The couple's letter of support drew criticism, and whispers of a potential divorce started to circulate. Yikes. Faze, Wilmer Valderrama. Faze, the lovable, clueless foreign exchange student who stole our hearts on That 70s Show, played by the incredibly talented Wilmer Valderrama. Fez wasn't just known for his hilarious antics, but for being one of the most memorable characters of the entire show. But what's the story behind Wilmer Valderrama's rise to fame? Wilmer Valderrama was born in 1980 in Miami, Florida, to Venezuelan parents, making him the perfect fit to play a character from an undisclosed foreign country. His family moved to Los Angeles when he was just 14, and it didn't take long for him to catch the acting bug. He got his first big break in 1998, landing guest roles on shows like The West Wing and Sabrina, the Teenage Witch. But it wasn't until 1998 that he truly found his big moment. Fez quickly became a fan favorite, and Wilmer's charm and comedic timing made him an essential part of the show's dynamic. Over the course of the show, Wilmer became a major star. He won several awards for his portrayal of Fez, but when That 70s Show wrapped in 2006, Wilmer's journey didn't slow down. In fact, it was just the beginning. After the show, Wilmer jumped into hosting. Remember Yo Mama? And later, he found a whole new level of success with his role as Special Agent Nick Torres on NCIS, one of TV's biggest crime dramas.
Union Station. Final stop on Dulles Airport Shuttle.
But his career didn't stop at acting. Wilmer's become an advocate for several important causes, using his platform to make a difference. He's co-chair of Voto Latino, an organization that encourages young people to engage in politics, and serves on the executive board of the Environmental Media Association. He's also the spokesperson for the Congressional Hispanic Caucus Institute and the founder of their Ready to Lead program, which helps empower Latino youth. Plus, he worked with President Barack Obama's Organizing for Action campaign, focusing on immigration reform and education. While we all know and love Fez for his hilarious antics, Wilmer Valderrama's life off-screen hasn't been without its fair share of drama. Early on, he was known for his high-profile relationships with some of Hollywood's biggest stars. Perhaps his most talked-about relationship was with pop sensation Demi Lovato. Their romance, which began in the early 2010s, drew a lot of attention from the tabloids. The two started dating when Demi was just 17 years old, 12 years younger than Wilmer, who was 29 at the time. Their relationship, which lasted several years, became a focal point for the media, but it wasn't until Demi released her song 29 in 2022 that the true complexities of their age gap were fully brought to light. In the song, Demi sings, "17 would never cross my mind," which strongly reflects her realization, now at 29, that the relationship with Wilmer was problematic. She directly addresses the age difference, implying that it was unhealthy and that she felt groomed by her former partner. In the lyrics, she even calls out Wilmer, saying, "I see you're quite the collector," hinting at his history of dating women much younger than him. Now, it's important to note that Wilmer has been no stranger to dating women younger than him. Demi isn't the only one. He has a history of relationships with much younger women. His current partner, Amanda Pacheco, is 11 years younger than him, which has led to more scrutiny, especially after Demi's candid song. Another headline-grabbing relationship was with actress Mandy Moore in the early 2000s. Wilmer and Mandy's romance was front-page news at the time, but it was short-lived. In 2006, Wilmer appeared on The Howard Stern Show and made a boastful remark about his relationship with Mandy Moore. Specifically, he claimed to have taken her virginity and described their sex life in an offhand, crude way. Many fans and critics felt that the way he spoke about his exes was disrespectful and even invasive of their privacy. Mandy Moore, who had been in a relationship with Wilmer when she was a teenager, responded to these comments later in 2006. She publicly called out Wilmer, claiming his statement was not only false but also hurtful. She explained that the remark was utterly tacky and that it affected her emotionally, especially because she had once cared for him and still considered him a friend. Although he's moved on and focused more on his philanthropic work and career in recent years, this scandal still serves as an example of how words and actions, especially in the public eye, can have lasting consequences. It's been a wild ride for these actors: success, stardom, scandal, and everything in between. So, what have we learned from the cast of That 70s Show? Thanks for tuning in to The Famous File. Let us know your favorite That 70s Show moment in the comments below. And don't forget to like and subscribe for more updates on your favorite stars then and now. Catch you next time.